So what are ways that we as individuals can also shape the way that we talk about the Second Amendment? The left is great at wordsmithing. They come up with things like red flag laws that paint a picture of, oh, well, this is for everyone's benefit. How do we fight back against people who are so good at manipulating language?
I think I can answer this one. So, you know, the anti-gun community, Moms Demand Action Every Town for Gun Safety, you know, they talk about, well, pro-gun people have blood on their hands, and, you know, horrible things happen with guns, and guns are bad. And, you know, I can tell you what I did personally as a victim of a violent crime who never blamed the gun. I absolutely 100% support gun rights, basic human right of self-defense. I turned that around and said, you know what? There are victims of gun control like me and my husband. I'll just tell you real fast, my husband, Ben, back in 2009, was murdered right in front of me by a man who was stalking me. And because of Tennessee state law at that time, I had to leave my legal permitted firearm that I normally carried for self-defense locked inside of my vehicle outside of the restaurant because it was a gun-free zone and I obeyed the law. Of course, my stalker did not have a permit to carry and brought a gun into a gun-free zone and murdered my husband in front of myself and everyone in that busy restaurant. But I have tried to get out in front of the media. I've written opinion pieces. I joined the TFA years ago. That's very important to join, you know, Gun Owners of America. I joined everything. I was GOA, NRA, Second Amendment Foundation, TFA. I got involved in everything, and I started speaking out and talking to people and trying to get friends involved. And I think it's so important that we remind people that, you know, there are other victims. There are victims of gun control. I mean, 94% of mass public shootings occur in gun-free zones, but the media doesn't tell you that. Unfortunately, I think we have to really remind people that guns are not bad. Guns are used every single day to save innocent lives.
People relate to stories. They don't relate to statistics. And what we often do is we lay out the argument that's logical, backed by statistics, blah, 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 but they don't hear the story. And they can't personally relate because statistics are abstract and, you know, the concepts are abstract. That's why Nikki's story is so powerful. Terrible, but powerful because it's personal. And we all need to do a better job of meeting people where they are, as far as it's about stories, it's about emotion. It is not about statistics. It's not about, you know, we often think, oh, people, you know, they're not thinking logically. That's because people, it's just the way we're wired. We don't think logically. We think emotionally. So I think we have to do a better job of being able to relate things on a personal level through stories and through emotion. And that is what the left does, you know, because that's definitely how they're wired. But we have to understand that and be able to relate and be relatable in that same way.